All right.
Next item, Mr. Smith.
Yes, Mr. Birdie, members of the board, I have several items for your consideration. Under letter D, other items for board action. Number 1, recommend approval of the following board policies, letters A through D. Number 2, recommend approval of the memorandum of understanding regarding supplemental contracts. Number 3, recommend approval of the following job descriptions as listed. Number 4, recommend approval of the following resolution agreement to provide services by the Butler County Educational Service Center to the Fairfield City School District. And I'd ask the board's permission to waive the reading of that resolution.
That's okay.
Okay, thank you. Number 5, recommend approval of the agreement between Butler County Educational Service Center and Fairfield City School District for the services of one additional Success Program liaison effective August 1, 2021 through July 31, 2022 at a cost not to exceed $61,805. This agreement was previously provided to the board. The Student Wellness and Success Grant will cover the cost of this agreement. 6, recommend awarding a bid for summer feeding of students to On-Call Meal Solutions in the amount of $357,290.50 effective June 21, 2021. That concludes the items that I have for your consideration under other items for board action.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Is there a motion to approve those recommendations?
So moved. So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Shorter and Mr. Begley. Any questions or comments? Okay, Mrs. Lane, will you call the roll?
Mrs. Shorter?
Yes.
Mr. Begley?
Yes.
Mr. Birding?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item is treasurer's recommendations and reports. Mrs. Lane?
Mr. Birding, members of the board, I have for your consideration tonight the following items. Letter A is recommend approval of the minutes from the May 20th, 2021 regular meeting and the June 30th, 2021 regular work session meeting. Letter B is recommend approval of the financial reports for the month of May 2021. Letter C is recommend approval of the 2020-2021 amended appropriations resolution. Letter D is recommend approval of the 2021-2022 appropriations resolution. Letter E, recommend approval of the following donations. We received a donation of flowers valued at $69 from Lakeview Garden Center to Fairfield South Elementary School for a beautification project at the Sims Burial Grounds. Our second donation was $6,000 from Fairfield South Elementary School PTC to Fairfield South Elementary School for the use of building updates. That brings our total donations for 2021 to $10,281. Letter F is recommend approval of the disposal of fixed assets as listed. Letter G is recommend approval of the fund-to-fund advances as listed. And letter H, recommend approval of the fund-to-fund transfers as listed. And that concludes my items.
Thank you, Mrs. Lane. At this time, I will entertain a motion to accept those recommendations.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Clark and Mrs. Shorter, any questions or comments?
Way to go, South PTC, for that donation.
How about that?
Pretty awesome.
That's great. Okay, Mrs. Lane, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mrs. Shorter?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mr. Begley?
Yes.
Mr. Birding?
Yes, motion passes.